Next, I have a proposal from the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection to conduct black fly suppression program in Lebanon County. The history here is that over time I have occasionally fielded requests from residents who live in the area of the Swatara Creek up and down that obviously from Schuylkill to Dauphin County it flows, about black flies. Usually those are summertime calls when the black flies are really out there, and in some cases even prevent people from spending time outside in their yards and so on. It can get so bad at some times. So I inquired with DEP about Lebanon County participating in it. That was last April, and because it takes a season for them to do their studies, to go through the whole process of larva and adult and so on until they can take counts. They studied the Tulpehocken Creek, the Quittapahilla Creek, and the Swatara Creek. They found no presence in the Tulpehocken and the Quittapahilla, but they found what they expected to find at the Swatara and Swatara Creek, and have proposed doing a program for Lebanon County if you so choose. Dauphin County and Schuylkill County are already in the program at each end, so if you move forward with this, they would simply expand their coverage from either end, and these would be helicopter spraying applications occasionally through the season. The total cost they're estimating for the materials and the services is $20,000 approximately. However, 75% of that cost is covered by DEP, so this program, if you participate, would mean a share of $5,200 estimated, depending on the amount of product they use, for 2023. There's no administration on our end. The only thing that the county would need to do is pay an invoice in October that DEP would send for the 25% portion of the program. So, with that said, I can try to answer some questions if you have them, but
otherwise we'll seek a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
And I'll second the motion.
Are there any questions regarding the motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved.
glad I don't have to become a black fly expert.
Flies matter.
All right.
I think it was interesting, though, just as a point of comment, that it is good once they get the larva to keep them from traveling up to 20 miles around. So on the farms, even with the cows and things, it'll be a big help for the farmers.
Yeah, it's not just the immediate to the creek. It's a few miles outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next, I have a application for hotel tax grant funding from the Central Penn Doll Collectors Club out of Harrisburg, and they would like some help with their Central Penn Doll Collectors Club doll and toy show this year. They have attached a narrative on what they're all about, what the program is going to be, the types of tourists they draw from and from where. They have guests as far as Maryland, Virginia, lower New York State, and Ohio. And their show is going to be held in September, and they have a total project cost of $4,300 and are requesting $1,500 toward that event.
I looked at the numbers on this one and see where they made a $1,300 profit last year, and I don't see the value in us investing in this particular show. When they're asking for the $1,500, we'd be essentially giving them like double the profit because of what the profit they would make and then plus what we give them. It just doesn't make sense to me.
They did note in here the proceeds from their raffle ticket sales are used to purchase toys and dolls for the annual Toys for Tots drive in December.
And I think that's admirable, but we all contribute to that already, and so, I just don't get the logic. If they're already making a profit, why they need our help from hotel tax dollars.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve this based on the number of people that they're bringing into our communities.
That's the point. Is there a second? I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Aye.
We have a split vote, 2-1, it's passed.
Okay, next item I have is, we're revisiting an application for the GLOVE, which is an acronym for the Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter. We talked about this several weeks ago. This is a device to be used at the jail for scuffles, things like that, inmate control and so on. This is something that we had submitted a grant or an application for in the past for 2 pairs of gloves. The jail would like to have 3 of them in total, and our insurance carrier, Pennsylvania County's risk pool, was initially able to fund 1 pair. They were offering that to all member counties. There were a few counties that did not participate, so there was extra, and they were then willing to fund 2 pair of the 3, and we were going to pay the rest. They've now recalculated the participation, and there's still extra money, and so they're willing to pay for all 3 pairs of the gloves. And so this is an amended application to the Pennsylvania County Risk Pool for all 3. Ask your approval on that.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of a 3rd set using that grant money.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we accept that grant. Any questions regarding it?
Just a comment to mention that they are $1,795 a pair, so this total grant now goes to a total of $5,385, so pretty good benefit.
This would be just basically amending our previous from 2 to 3.
Correct.
Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, there's some appointments to advisory boards. The first being the Mental Health MHIDEI Advisory Board Nominating Committee is recommending the appointment of a new member to their board. His name is Humphrey Malama, and there's a bit of a biography there for Humphrey, and he lives in Newmanstown and works currently as a behavioral health specialist at the Pennsylvania Psychiatric Institute with persons on the autism spectrum. If he's appointed, he would serve a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve this advisory committee placement. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
I also have 6 individuals who are seeking reappointment to the Children and Youth Services Advisory Board. If approved, their terms will expire then on December 31st of 2025. And they are Linda Weindell, Valerie Grimes, Judy Huber, Michelle Kaufman, Janine Mauser, and Marianne Bartley.
Make a motion to approve the 6 nominees for the Children and Youth Board.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those nominations or re-nominations for several. Any questions? If not, with our thanks, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
And there was also attached to that the resignation of one advisory board member, Michael Chavitnoy, is resigning, so we will be sure to thank him in a letter for his service. I have exemption requests for qualifying disabled veterans from real estate taxes. They are Carl Showers of 7th Street, Lebanon, Ronald Winters of Tudor Lane, Lebanon, and David Emmerich of Sycamore Lane, Lebanon.
I'll make a motion to approve the veterans exemptions as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve those property tax exemptions for disabled veterans. Any questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, and lastly, I have a proclamation for the annual Scout BSA Expo to be held at the Lebanon Valley Mall the week of February 6th through the 10th, proclaiming that week as Scout Week in Lebanon County and recognizing the units of the Scouts BSA who are going to participate in the volunteer adult leaders during the Scout Expo at the mall.
Motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve this proclamation on behalf of the Scout BSA Expo. Any questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign, so moved.
That's everything I have. A brief executive session at 10:15 following the meeting.
I just have a comment. We had a resignation or a retirement at the Expo Board. Gerald Strickler, after 15 years of service, retired and was moved to honorary status